We have major news revolving around the Miami Heat. Firstly, a recent report suggests that the Miami Heat dodged a major bullet this past offseason. Also, Tyler Herro has spoke out about the recent lineup reconstruction. Finally, Jaime Jaquez Jr. has overtaken Victor Wembanyama in the Rookie of the Year power rankings. All of this broken down on this episode of Heat Digest. What major bullet did the Miami Heat avoid this past offseason? Well, after Gabe Vincent made a finals run with the Miami Heat last year that fell short to the Denver Nuggets, he landed in purple and gold over in Los Angeles, California. Now, with the Lakers, he has played 5 games, averaging 5 points, 3 assists, and a rebound a game while shooting less than 40% from the field. Now, just in 5 games, you got to remember, just 5 games. Now, this came out last night by Shams. Gabe Vincent will undergo arthroscopic surgery on his left knee as soon as Tuesday and will miss 6 to 8 weeks, league sources tell. Now, this is awful for Gabe Vincent. This is really affecting the Lakers and really D'Angelo Russell, as Gabe Vincent was supposed to be a significant guard on this Laker team playing alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis, where he would take a lot of pressure off of the now on the hot seat D'Angelo Russell. Thoughts and prayers to Gabe Vincent. I hope he gets through this surgery healthy and effectively. Hope he's back in 6 weeks. Hope he doesn't rush it, but I hope he does come back very healthy very soon, as he's a great player to watch, and he did play for Miami. We have no reason not to root for him. So again, thoughts and prayers to Gabe Vincent. Hope everything goes well. It's rough to see him only play 5 games up to this point in the season and now be sidelined for at least 6 to 8 weeks. Now, let's get to Tyler Herro's comments on the lineup reconstruction. Herro speaks out on the lineup reconstruction. What does this mean? Well, the comments he made had a lot to do with Duncan Robinson and Tyler Herro actively being on the floor together, as in the last year, especially in the playoffs, and in the season prior to that. When you see Tyler Herro and Duncan Robinson on the floor together, usually comes with problems, as they both were liabilities on defense, while also being exclusively scores from behind the three-point line. Both didn't really have a great ability to put the ball on the floor, run offense, put the ball on the floor, make a pull-up jump shot, get to the rack, confidently go, take a tough layup, get fouled, go to the free throw line. It was really, really reliant on the three-point shot, which can be great, but when it's the only aspect in your game, it doesn't really work, especially in the playoffs, unless you literally don't miss. Now, if you don't miss, you can't lose, but that's a totally different conversation. Now, Tyler Herro and Duncan Robinson, we have to give praise where it's due. They have done an exceptional job, especially in these first 30 games of the year, in a developing of their game with the ability to dribble the basketball. Tyler Herro's done a great job in setting up offense, facilitating the basketball, moving without the basketball, along with Duncan Robinson, with the ability to put the ball on the ground, make a pull-up jump shot, the ability to get to the rack, at least attempt a tough layup, possibly go to the free throw line, make the free throws. They are both great free throw shooters. They're both getting to the line more, along with also knocking down the three-point shots they take. It's just not as high volume, which is great to see, because it's not that they're not shooting as much, but they're shooting more a variety of shots rather than just three-point shot after three-point shot after three-point shot. So great to see there. Also, roster lineup reconstruction for the Miami Heat. There are 30 lineups here in front of you. 16 of them are different. Now, you have to realize Butler's been out recently, and also before this 3-game stretch of him being out with a calf injury, he was also been out for a stretch of games. Bam Adebayo has been out for weeks with a hip injury, recently came back. He's played for the last 4 games. Tyler Herro missed 4 weeks with an ankle injury. He's now played the last 4 games as well. Duncan Robinson has missed patches of time. Haywood Highsmith has misses patches of times. It's just been an absolute just mess with the Miami Heat trying to get all of their players active and healthy again and on the floor. And because of that, there's been a bunch of miss and match on the lineup, a bunch of just creativity from Erik Spoelstra in attempting to replace the lack of depth with just a different type of lineup. And because of that, we have seen a lot of rookie play from Jamal Cain, Jaime Jaquez Jr., which we'll get to in just a second. and just these other young guys who are really trying to prove a point. Hayward Highsmith is playing his role effectively. Kyle Lowry is not a young guy by any means, but he's done a great job in playing his role, especially when Duncan was out, when Tyler was out, when Bam was out, with Jimmy still being out. It has been a mess for the Miami Heat, but they've done a great job in using the pieces they have and being creative in the lineup process and really getting rotations down and being effective before the game starts and while the game is actively going on. Now, I mentioned Jaime Jaquez Jr. earlier, and now it is time to talk about him overtaking Victor Wembanyama in the Rookie of the Year power rankings. Simply, Jaime Jaquez Jr. is the best rookie in the NBA. It's not close. There's only one threat to him in winning the Rookie of the Year, and it's the man who should have won it last year. Sorry, Paulo, but Chet. Now, this is from Hoops Hype. This is the graphic for the Rookie of the Year power rankings, if you will. Chet is in first. Jaime Jaquez Jr. is in second, followed by Victor Wembanyama. Now, Chet and Victor have really traded the 1 and 2 spot. Just universally, they've just boom, 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 switching 1 or 2. It's just week after week. It's whenever they change. It's either Chet or Victor. It's nice to see Jaime Jaquez's hard work and effective play really being acknowledged here, as now he has jumped up over Victor Wembanyama, who hasn't played amazing. He's done what he has for the Spurs. He hasn't broke the bank with numbers yet. Hopefully those games are coming because he has he has the body shape and seems like the abilities to be such a freak of nature on the offensive and defensive side. Hopefully we do see a competitive matchup between Jaquez, Chet, and Victor throughout the entire 82 game season, where there's just constantly movement between the 1, 2, and 3 spots. But as of right now, it's Jaquez. In the month of December, he is dominating. He's the leading rookie scorer amongst all rookie players right now, averaging 16.5 points a game. Also, a lot of these point averages are being boosted due to the fact that this past Monday on Christmas, Jaime Jaquez Jr. had a 31-point game, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. I know we're just talking about points now. He had 31 of them. On 11 of 15 shooting, that is 71%, ladies and gentlemen. He is a rookie. He is 22 years old, playing without Jimmy Butler, in replace of Jimmy Butler, starting his 6th game of the season, and he does this on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day, playing 39 minutes, an absolutely spectacular performance. Simply amazing. How he had a plus-minus of -1, I will not honestly be able to explain to you, but I can explain to you this. He's the best rookie in the NBA right now, and it's not really close. Chet is an amazing player. Victor Wembanyama has the abilities to possibly be the greatest European player when he retires. If he can, 1, stay healthy, and 2, play up to the ceiling that everyone really thinks that covers basketball, that watches basketball enough, thinks that he can possibly do. He could even be better than Luka. I know Luka averages basically a triple-double whenever he chooses to. And we're talking about Dirk, we're talking about Manu, and all these crazy, really good European players. Wembanyama, with his frame and his skill set, has the ability to be better than all of them. And I still think Jaquez is better than him right now, because it's going to take some time for Victor Wembanyama to get to that point, obviously. He's not going to walk in and be that. And up to this point, he hasn't been. And Jaquez has been better than he has. Now, the 2-man race between him and Chet is going to be absolutely amazing to watch all season. Like I said, I hope Wembanyama gets in on this and really plays exceptionally well for the Spurs and gets more of a role in San Antonio, so he does seem more dominant. But it is what it is. Hopefully it all shapes out. But as of now, Jaime Jaquez Jr. has not only my vote for Rookie of the Year, but I feel like a lot other retired players and also analysts who watch the game, as he has simply been amazing, including a 31-point performance against the 76ers, a dominant team in the East. I know they didn't have Joel Embiid, but they did have Tyrese Maxey. They did have Tobias Harris, who Jaquez played great defense on. I know he gave up a lot of baskets, but they were all tough. Tobias Harris worked for all of them. The point is, Jaime Jaquez Jr. is an absolute star, and I cannot wait to watch him grow throughout the rest of this year, as you guys should too. Thanks for watching this episode of Heat Digest. Remember to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Heat. Thanks. Happy holidays, everybody.